Hello, B-listers. We're back.
Happy Thanksgiving, you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving. And you know that we're going to cover a very good Thanksgiving movie today.
Because there's so many great Thanksgiving horror movies.
There's so many. This one in particular, I was cruising through Tubi and found it, and I didn't even watch part of it. I just read the synopsis, and I was like, oh, that's going to be the one. That's going to be the one.
We have to find, though, maybe next year we can find Thanksgiving 3.
Yeah, it's out there somewhere.
Because you guys, if you have not been following us very long, you need to go back to last year where we covered Thanksgiving, because that's...
Thanksgiving, I'm going to say I enjoyed Thanksgiving last year much more than I enjoyed this one this year.
1,000%. There's not even a talking turkey in this one.
There's not a talking... What the hell?
So...
I mean, is it even worth it? But this movie came out in 2020, so
Yep.
it's a little newer than the ones that we generally talk about.
Much like the year 2020, it's a turd.
It's a turd. It's called The Last Thanksgiving. And I don't think it's the last Thanksgiving. They really don't indicate that it's only going to be the last Thanksgiving, but whatever. It's an hour and 13 minutes. So just
So if
over
you have just
an
like
hour.
a quick hour to like
we're probably
get mad
we're gonna
about a movie,
Yeah. This podcast will probably last longer than this movie did.
maybe.
It was directed by Eric Lorenk, I think is how you pronounce his name, and it was also written by this individual. So
it's a
you
winner.
know, passion projects are always the best. Mm-hmm. He's also known for a 15-minute short called I Am the Devil and a 6-episode miniseries called Evil Touch. So
That sounds like a Skinamax situation.
I know, but I don't think it is. I think it's just
starring like one of the lesser known bald ones.
Maybe. Yeah. It had a budget I found on Wikipedia of like 10 grand, but there is no box office. I don't think this was released to theaters.
It doesn't seem like it was.
So let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
The opening credits. With the font that they used and everything kind of reminded me of like the old 70s slasher films.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, maybe this won't be so bad. You know, maybe it'll be campy and kind of, but it was bad. That's where that ended. Once they get past the credits, then we get into this low budget, bad acting.
But it's like giving small town vibes, and there's a sign that says "Welcome to Terrace Pass." Mm-hmm. So we're at my pass.
Mm-hmm. Terrace Pass.
And
there's a normal looking family getting ready for Thanksgiving, and Mom tells Dad that their daughter Lisa Marie is gonna be late for work, and Dad said she's fine. She's a big girl.
Yeah.
So.
And these parents have like the thickest Southern accents.
Yeah.
It's like some neighbors of mine growing up were making this movie.
Yeah. It was.
Lisa Marie's gonna be late for work.
Yeah.
Oh no.
These are very amateur actors,
yes.
I will say. And she keeps screeching for Lisa Marie, who's just listening to music.
Just yelling once is plenty. You don't gotta keep yelling.
Yeah. But she just keeps screeching her name over and over again. And then, it cuts to Lisa Marie.
Lisa Marie, whoever this actress is, she gives me kind of like Janice from Mean Girl vibes, kind of.
Yeah.
She's kind of got that like vibe to her a little bit.
Yeah.
She like puts on her sweater vest or whatever.
Right.
And, like, her puffy vest. And she's getting ready and she's pissed because her mom just keeps yelling at her.
Yeah. And she's pissed because she has to go to work on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, she doesn't want to work on
rightfully
Thanksgiving.
so.
It's important to remember she does not want to be working on Thanksgiving. She's required to work on Thanksgiving.
She's required for whatever reason. Her parents are like, you gotta go to work.
In this small fucking town where she works like at a diner. Why is the diner open on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, and Dad's like, hey, this is your responsibility. You can quit, but you gotta go back to college. She's like, so this is like, Dad. I think is just a punishment because she dropped out of college or whatever.
And she grabs this deviled egg and she's eating it. And she asks...
Who made these?
She asked who made these. Her mom's like, I did. And she throws this goddamn egg on the ground and says,
like, they
taste iffy.
They taste iffy and throws it on the ground.
And leaves. And when I say, my mom would have been like, you come clean up this goddamn egg you just threw on the floor.
I know. And they mentioned that they were like, oh, come on, we're going to have a special Thanksgiving for you next week.
Yeah.
And so she's like stomping around, throwing eggs everywhere. And I kept thinking, why don't you cancel Thanksgiving for her? She's an ungrateful little turd.
Well, and her mom calls her an evil bitch.
She calls her an evil bitch. And so she goes to work. and she tears out of her driveway
in her blue Kia Soul.
And she like narrowly like missed this daughter and
mom like neighbors
in their car,
and the old lady mom in the car is like, ah!
She screams,
"That's Lisa Marie!"
And then they make some snide comment about her being in trouble, or something, and
then she backs out, and then we don't see neighbors for a long time. We don't see them for a while. They disappeared.
And so now we're cut to like another family
in a big nice house.
I'm gonna assume it's an evil family because Cordelia, I think is her name.
I called her sister.
Yeah,
sure.
Sister she's making sandwiches for her and her brother Kurt.
I think I actually call her Blood Sandwich.
Yeah, because she cuts...
I did not catch her name.
Yeah, it's she cuts her hand and she starts like using it as ketchup or mayonnaise.
Like wiping the blood on the sandwich. Yeah. She's like, tastes good.
Yeah, and then Kurt, her brother, comes in and says he doesn't want a sandwich. He's saving room for dinner. Yeah. But like swipes some blood off of her palm and eats it. And he's like, it's good. And she's like, I hope so. Like there's
it's a very like weird sexually charged vibe between them. We're gonna find out they're brother and sister.
Yeah, they're siblings. So yeah, because at first I was like, oh, this is her, you know, like a married husband couple. Or something. You know,
they're for sure biological family.
Yeah, and so before he leaves, Kurt leaves. He tosses a bowl into a closet to something unseen and says,
he's like, "Try not to make a mess.
Try not to make a mess."
Into the darkness.
So we don't know what's in there. And then Cordelia takes a sandwich to her brother Trip, who we don't see his face.
We don't see his face. We see some crazy ass hair. So we know,
see crazy hair, and
it's a wig or a mask or something.
He puts on a mask, and then she tells him, "Don't put on the mask for me. I have such a handsome little brother." So,
and again, it's a
little weird,
sexually charged.
Yeah, and then she puts a sandwich outside of another room.
Yeah.
And whenever she walks off, and she's like, dinner's out here, and when she walks off, like a little wrinkly
hand pick it up,
reach out the door and grab it, and then that's the end of that. So we cut back to Lisa Marie.
And she's at Derry's, which is like a restaurant. It's a fish and
diner
place, you know?
Greasy Spoon. And she immediately is like told off by this goth girl coworker, Trudy?
Not Turdy. In my notes, it's Turdy because I typed too fast. Her name is Trudy. And she's like typical like goth girl.
Yeah.
Like,
she's like, it really,
too much makeup.
It really feels like they were trying to go to, you know, kind of like an April Ludgate type
kind of
character.
Yeah.
And
like if April Ludgate were hanging out at Hot Topic.
Right. And they squabble, you know, and Trudy says to Lisa Marie that she's 20 minutes late, and Lisa Marie turns around and tells her to go watch The Craft for the 50th time, you gargantuan poser. And then Truder Dirty. She tells Lisa Marie to eat me, you malnourished nympho. So they don't get along.
We don't talk like that.
So far, Lisa Marie has not gotten along with anybody she's spoken to.
She's kind of a bitch.
She is a bitch.
So we see inside, there's this gay guy who's totally eye-fucking the black dude in the stripy shirt behind the counter.
The cute waiter, Tyler.
Yes,
there's Eddie.
Eddie is the gay guy who's like, he's just like, oh, he's so dreamy
he's so
or whatever.
Dreamy. And Tyler's the hot black waiter.
And Lisa Marie comes in hot, like very salty about working on Thanksgiving. And the gay friend, Eddie, says he's going to ask out the other guy, Tyler.
Yeah, hey, I'm going to ask out Tyler.
And Lisa Marie's like, isn't he too old for you? And I'm not even sure he's gay.
Yeah, I think she's like, he's not even gay. Like, she establishes he's not gay.
I want to know how she knows that.
Well,
they kind of had a flirty moment.
They had a flirty moment in the movie. And then, for whatever reason, Eddie then recounts the time he pooped himself in 7th grade and earned...
They called him... What'd they call him, Courtney?
Shardy McTabernacle? Like, you don't have to bring that story up.
Out of nowhere!
Because it doesn't come up again.
So we're going to call him Shardy. Shardy McTabernacle.
So, and then we cut to the cute little ladies in the kitchen.
Yeah, like
the
little
kitchen
mama,
ladies.
the little mama ladies.
Yeah, and they're in the kitchen making small talk. They're good friends. One of them's complaining about her husband. The other
How he's
one's
gonna mess up Thanksgiving if she's not there to like do it for him.
Yeah, and the other one's complaining that her son is spending Thanksgiving with his girlfriend.
Yeah, so she doesn't have anywhere to be.
So,
And then we find out they've made each other BLTs. Like they made each other surprise sandwiches, and they're both BLTs.
Yeah. So
I'd like to think we would do that.
Yeah,
we could do that for each other.
I'll make you one after. I don't have any bacon. Let me run to the grocery store, and then I'll...
Never mind! I quit this podcast.
It's over, guys. You just witnessed the end.
You just witnessed the end of the B-list. So anyway, back in the back room, like the office, we see Mr. Pearl. And this is where it says Turdy. And Turdy says, "Can we talk?
Can we talk?" Mr. Pearl is also sitting back there with his dad,
who I call Mr. Pearl Senior.
That's what I call him, Mr. Pearl Senior. They don't.
And
really
he's in a wheelchair.
He's in a wheelchair. And then so Lisa Marie also comes in, and
they both want to talk.
They both want to talk to Mr. Pearl, and and Lisa Marie says that she can't work today.
Nobody wants to be here.
Nobody wants to be here. Yeah, she's gonna burn down the restaurant. Blah blah blah. Just being a bitch.
Casual.
Yeah.
And Mr. Pearl says there's a staff meeting in 5 minutes. Like, you're going to call a staff meeting on Thanksgiving?
On Thanksgiving. Well, it's the perfect time because nobody is in this restaurant.
And is this the entire staff? I'm to believe this is the entire staff.
You made the entire staff work on things. And it's only like 5 people, so...
Not sad about what happens to Mr. Pearl. Just saying.
Yeah. And so, anyway...
Fast forward to the murder house.
Back to the evil family, and they're loading their van up with tools of evilness.
I said, really blonde girl with a pixie and blood sandwich pack a trunk into the back of the car.
Yeah.
And she tells her, be careful. I don't want to lose another sister or brother.
Yeah, it's Maggie and Trip. They're going off in the van. And I guess Cordelia staying behind. And like you said, she doesn't want to lose another brother and sister. So apparently the only people who live in this house are all siblings so far.
Where's the parents?
How many brothers and sisters has she lost?
How big's the litter?
How big was the litter?
What was happening? And then Blood Sandwich says, don't come through the front. Go through the back and I'll have everything set up.
Yeah. I don't really...
For what? We don't know yet.
This hour-long movie has so much filler dialogue.
It's basically filler dialogue and plot holes.
Lots of plot holes. And so anyway, Maggie and Trip, they're off. We go back to the restaurant. Lisa Marie tells Tyler that Eddie is going to ask him out. Mm-hmm. And Tyler, who apparently isn't gay, says he's too young for him and he's not gay.
Two very good points.
We've already established these 2 plot points.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it again.
But they're going to talk about it again. Apparently, Tyler, we find out has asked Lisa Marie out before, and she's not into it because she's with Buddy now.
Buddy. Her boyfriend, Buddy.
I thought worked at the diner as well. We just hadn't met him because they were kind of alluding to the fact that they all knew Buddy.
They were alluding to that, but then no.
Unless
he has 2 jobs.
Maybe he has 2 jobs. But then Trudy and Lisa Marie squabble some more. And Lisa Marie calls her a psychotic see you next Tuesday.
Yes.
And I'm like, am I supposed to like any of these characters? Like, so far, I'm not into anybody in this movie.
No, the only one I like is Tyler because he's being a responsible adult by not wanting to date the gay child.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm fine with that.
But still, Tyler, I think, is still like keeping him on the hook for some reason.
Yeah, he wants to, like, anytime
he
they
likes
talk
the
about,
attention.
Like Eddie's starting to talk about, like, hey, so anyways, and he's like, anyhow, did I tell you I'm a psychic?
So yeah, I'm a little bit psychic, and Eddie asks him to prove that he's a little bit psychic. Yeah, and he was like, well, Mr. Pearl is going to call a meeting, which we already knew he was going to.
Yeah.
So he calls a meeting, and then there's not really a meeting. He just does a group photo of like, look at all these miserable employees I made work on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and it's funny because when Trudy is going off on Lisa Marie for being like an asshole, and then she completely overreacts and calls her a see you next Tuesday, that's when Lisa Marie tells Tyler, I try and be nice.
You have not tried one bit.
Try harder.
Yeah. Like, is this supposed to be a plot point or character development because she's still from that moment does not become a nicer person.
No, she's never nice. So Tyler and Eddie start talking, and that's when Eddie like says he has something to ask him, and then he's like, "You're such a nice person, and I want to tell you something." And then that's when he's like, "Yeah, I'm psychic, and I can see the future, and we're gonna let's do this meeting, and we're gonna take a picture." Mm-hmm. When you could just be like, "Hey man, I'm not gay. I appreciate the interest, but no thanks."
Hey, I think you're a cool dude, but
so they take this group photo, and
And then Mr. Pearl says that they can close up if nobody else comes in.
And this is where I say, remember this, Courtney? Remember this at the salons?
Oh, God. You don't ever say that.
When we used to work at salons, we wouldn't have to work on the holiday, but we worked together at a salon for a long time.
Yeah.
Several salons. And the owner would be like, okay, if no one comes in the next hour, you guys can go ahead and go. And I'll be goddamned if someone would not come in.
58 minutes after she would say that,
like, God
a
damn
family
it.
of 4 would come in. Remember the dude that used to wear the shorty shorts and bring in like 11 kids at a time?
Yep.
They always showed up. And we would have to work holidays too. Not maybe Thanksgiving or Christmas, but we would have to do like 4th of July or some other holiday, Mother's Day or something like that, where we would want to be with our family, but
nope.
No, we didn't get it. So yeah, I totally get what the staff is going through at the diner. Yeah. So anyway, somebody walks in, and
it's like frail little blonde lady.
Yeah, she's kind of a bitch.
She's like, "Are y'all open?" And then meanwhile, back at the murder house, we see Blood Sandwich knocks on a door, and she says, "Are you there? Happy 1 year. Just wanted to thank you and tell you that you're a great listener."
Yeah, I don't know who she's talking to. We don't know. We don't ever see it. It's just some exposition time.
Yeah.
And then so she starts...
They're expecting you to remember this whenever they lose you through all the other like dialogue.
Yeah.
You're supposed to remember
You're supposed to remember this. And she starts telling whoever is on the other side of the door that they used to only kill a couple of people per year because everyone celebrated Thanksgiving. But now people just don't care.
And the killing gets kind of repetitious.
And now it's just repetitious.
Then maybe
so
stop
just
doing
don't do it. And go make a turkey and just
be with your weird family.
So, and then she goes through how they do it. Maggie knocks on a door, says the van is broken down. She asks to use the phone,
and we're seeing this as it happens.
We're seeing it as it happens, like a little montage of things happening, and then there's a chase. Tripp shows up, does the killing. Sometimes things go off the rails, but they always win. And yeah, and like I said, this is told over scenes of them butchering and torturing.
So anyway, at the restaurant, we see someone come through the back, and it's a guy looking for a job, and it's the brother. It's
it's Kurt.
Kurt. I kept saying Kent, Kurt.
Yeah,
Kurt.
Yeah.
Well,
he comes. He comes through the back door.
Comes through the back through the kitchen.
And he's like, "Are you open?" And they're like, "The entrance is on the other side." And he's like, "Oh, I'm just looking for a job." And they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, the manager's office is over there."
Cool. There you go.
That's fine.
So yeah, he's part of the murder family, and Lisa Marie takes him to the manager guy.
Yeah.
And
Tyler even points out it's a really weird day to look for a job.
Yeah.
And so but anyway, evil Kurt goes into Mr. Pearl's office and he's like, "I need a job." And Mr. Pearl's
like, "Yeah, Lisa Marie, have him shadow you."
Yeah, cool. You got it, dude. You have a job. It's your job, Lisa Marie, to show this guy the ropes.
And she says, "Can I go after I take the trash out?" And he says, "Whatever turns your boat on."
Whatever turns your boat on. And she's like, "Whatever floats your boat." I think this was supposed to be like the comedic interjection, but
it wasn't funny.
It didn't really come across this way.
Just lame. So anyways, in the front we see Lisa Marie wait at the table, and she tells the customer that their order's almost ready, but then this woman changes her mind and she wants a salad from the turkey because she's a vegetarian.
She's a vegetarian, and even
Did you not know you were a vegetarian when you ordered the turkey?
Yeah.
Did you just now become vegetarian while you're sitting at this fucking table? And she's mad and walks off, so then Trudy takes over.
She tells Trudy to take over and let Kurt shadow her.
Yeah.
She's going to take the trash out and go home.
Fuck this. She's out of here.
And outside, Eddie and Tyler are taking a break.
Just wasting time.
Just wasting time. Lisa Marie comes out with the trash and announces that she's going to go see her boyfriend, Buddy.
And she doesn't even take the trash out. She leaves it in the
parking lot. She
just
drops it in the parking lot
She's
and takes off.
Bam. And she leaves on foot.
Yeah.
This is important to remember.
She had just driven her
She
car.
has her car there. She just leaves.
She just leaves on
and
foot.
walks.
And then walks in slow-mo through the town.
Yes, while they play weird music.
While they play weird music. And in the
in the kitchen,
kitchen.
they find out that they have to make the salad instead of the turkey.
Yeah, Trudy and Kurt tell the ladies that the customer changed her order and they're mad now.
I would say, no, ma'am. Here's
Yeah.
your fucking turkey.
Yeah.
Also, can you go ahead and pay? That
Yeah.
way we can wrap this up.
We can wrap this up. And Kurt gets a call on his cell phone, and then he asks the person on the other side, how far away are you? You know, he's talking to his other siblings. And it's Maggie. She's sitting with a burned up corpse of the lady she set on fire
Yeah,
at
she
another
set
location.
this lady on fire and just burned her down to the bone. She's like,
Yeah.
there ain't no meat left on that.
There's
It's just
nothing.
burnt to crisp.
And they tell Kurt they're on their way, and he could knock out a couple on his own. Just keep things quiet.
Yeah.
And save some for dinner.
So we see him grab some kind of utensil. We don't see what it is.
Yeah.
And he heads to the back office with Mr. Pearl, and we see it's
We basically he says that he's hungry, and Mr. Pearl's like, "Oh, the girls can fix you something." He's like, "But I'm in the mood for seafood."
I'm in the mood for seafood, which again I think would work because isn't it like a shrimp and grits place? I think that's what it's
I think
on
it's
the
just
outside
a
of it.
diner. They have turkey.
I don't know.
So
We see he pulls out and it's a whisk,
a whisk
and then we see him whisk his eye,
through his eye into the
and
brain.
it's so awkward. It's like meeting two strangers who have no acting capabilities whatsoever, and they're like, "Okay, pretend this guy kills you with a whisk," and he's like, "Okay, and then guts came out on the whisk, and he like licks it, and
licks
there's
it.
like it
And it
drops
gets-
all the candy.
Yeah, he drops brains on the candy or whatever. It's just upsetting.
It's upsetting.
It's upsetting that the candy was ruined. More or
ruined the
less.
candy,
Yeah.
and just a few weeks after Halloween.
Yeah,
too, so.
right. I mean, so there's probably plenty more where that came from.
Anyways,
Anyways,
so we see Lisa Marie walking down the street. Again, I say, where is her car? And we could tell someone is kind of watching her.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes to, I guess, the movie theater.
She walks into a movie theater where
Her boyfriend Buddy
Buddy
works. And I don't know, Buddy just doesn't seem super stoked to see her.
he's not. And then she makes like the weirdest, like offhanded, like hey, Buddy, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, or something like that. And he says to her, "Well, you're not black." And she's like, "Oh, is that what that means?" Like, what the hell? Who wrote this? The director, that's who.
The director. So back at the diner, Eddie and Tyler are arguing over Thanksgiving music because they want to play like some Thanksgiving music.
And they talk about a little bit how white people suck, which I mostly agree with.
Mostly agree with. And then Turdy says no one wants to write a Thanksgiving song because it's a terrible holiday based on racism and
Right.
genocide and,
Yeah,
Agreed.
Good point. And the back, Kurt is like stalking one of the kitchen ladies that he asked her to show
Yeah.
him the walk-in, and he's like nearly stabs her, but the other kitchen lady comes
He
in.
has this knife and he's like,
Oh, and he's all,
and
whoop,
then
and he throws it.
Well, anyway,
And he's interrupted by the other kitchen lady, and then the kitchen ladies decide that they're gonna go dance.
they're going to start a dance party because if they have to be here serving this goddamn salad
This
woman,
one salad woman,
they're going to have a dance party.
they're gonna dance about it. So
Back to the theater, Lisa Marie and Buddy, they are making out, and he says, can we take a rain check until I get off of work? Like,
Yeah.
he's just not,
he's like not into this right
he's
now.
not into this.
I mean, he is at work. That is kind of. He's got to get some movies started.
you mean you and your husband weren't randomly making out at the movie theater
No.
when he worked there?
No. That place, it's kind of nasty behind the scenes, but anyway.
Smell of buttery popcorn and piss just like
Yeah.
permeating the walls.
Some like Skittles stuck to your ass because
Yep.
you accidentally sat on them.
Yep.
And then he starts talking about like, oh, I have a screenplay with an idea with Gary Busey and Demi Moore.
And Demi Moore, and she is shooting down
And
everything
she's
he says.
a bitch about it.
She's like,
just
how are you going to get Demi Moore?
Yeah, like,
He's like, well, obviously it'll be like later in my career when I've like taken off or whatever.
can't you support
He's like,
me?
it wouldn't kill you to be supportive.
yeah. I just don't like her. I do not like her
And
character.
sometimes you can drop the mean act, and she gets upset.
Yeah.
She leaves and then stands outside and calls her dad
Calls
to come
her dad
get her.
to come get her. You
And I'm like,
walked.
bitch, your car is like 5 minutes away at the
Go get your
goddamn
car.
diner.
She is entitled. This
She's
is
entitled, and now I can see why she was forced to have this job.
Right.
Because she needs to learn some
Right.
responsibility.
And Dad tells her she needs to go back to work. So
Yeah.
I guess she walks back to work. Back at the diner, they're all dancing.
Everyone's dancing with Tyler, and they're having a great.
Eddie's making eyes at Tyler still.
He really is.
And then he sees
We
like
see the fucking salad lady is just sitting there with her bare lettuce.
she's just sitting there and she's looking
bare
sad.
lettuce on a plate. Yeah,
So he asks her to dance. And so everybody's happy now.
like menopausal women and a gay. That's like my dream. That's like my
That's
party.
how I
That's
want
my
to
kind of party right
the rest
there.
of my life. Yep.
And
So
I said, well, I guess we're not getting down here anytime soon because I would have had everything cleaned up. The drawer would be counted.
Yeah.
But these assholes just want to have a dance party. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Lisa Marie comes back in and they're all having fun. So she asks Mr. Pearl's dad in the wheelchair to dance.
Well, I said first. Meanwhile, Lisa Marie is walking in the parking lot, fake crying, and we see her fucking car behind her in the parking lot.
I know, it's right there. It's right there.
When she walks in, she's all smiles and asks Mr. Pearl Sr. to dance,
Yeah.
even though he's in a wheelchair.
Even though he's in a wheelchair. That's okay. Kurt.
It's like the only nice thing she's done so far.
That's it. That's the one thing.
That will be the only thing.
And so Kurt comes out and asks Trudy outside to smoke. So they go out there and there's the evil van.
Well, they go out to smoke, but then he tells her those things will cut into your life, and she says, "The sooner I die, the sooner I'll stop wanting to kill myself."
Duh.
And I bet he's thinking, I can make that happen for
I can
you.
make that happen for you right now. So
Yeah,
they're
he's
out-
like, you want to see a trick? She's
Yeah.
like smoking.
she's
They
smoking.
go to his white van. You met this man 10 minutes ago.
Right.
I ain't walking to your
I'm
fucking
going
van.
to your scary candy van over
No,
there.
ma'am.
And so
He's like, close your eyes and open your mouth.
I am not doing that for a strange man.
A strange man who walked in the backside of your building from his white van
I know.
is asking you to close your eyes and open your mouth.
Right. And so when she does, he burns the back of her throat with
He
a
throws
cigarette.
the hot cigarette in the back of her throat and then shoves her into the murder van.
Yeah, she starts coughing and then
and then
she's-
we see, what's the guy's name? Trip? I
Trip.
called him Wish Brand Leatherface.
Yeah.
He just rips her scalp.
Yeah, he just
Right
scalps her. And I guess it kills her because she's
I said it comes
Gone.
off like a stewed tomato.
Yeah,
It's
it just
like
kind
the
of
skin of a tomato. Just like he didn't have to put any force into that. It just
No.
like felt. Her scalp wanted to come off.
yeah.
It
Well,
was kind of loose anyway.
you know those goth girls.
I know. Too much black hair dye.
So anyway.
So Maggie gets out, and so they can put her into the trunk.
Yeah.
And inside, the party is hopping.
They're still dancing and it's starting to get dark outside.
Yes.
So evil sister Maggie comes back in with Kurt.
And no one really says anything at first.
Yeah. And
They're
then
just like standing in the middle of the party.
and then yeah,
And then he pulls out his meat cleaver.
yeah, Maggie asks one of the kitchen ladies, "Why aren't you home?" And kitchen lady is like, "I guess I lost track of time." And then all of the employees witness Kurt murder her with a rusty
I
cleaver.
said, and no one's screaming. No one is trying to fight anybody off.
They all jet though, including the customer, the old lady customer. And
We just hear Eddie say, "Mrs. Kim," and then, "Ma'am."
yeah,
He didn't really. He's like, "No, look out!" No.
Yeah.
He's just like, "Mrs. Kim,"
yeah. There's not that.
and they're all just standing.
Yeah,
And I'm like, "Is this where we learn they were all in on it?" Because like, what's happening here?
No, there
they're
was
just
not
like,
much reaction.
They just don't care a lot about their coworkers.
So everybody jets and goes to like separate parts. Most of them like go to the back with even the like the Karen customer,
The lettuce lady.
the lettuce lady. They all run to the back and they discover that
She
they
can't get out the back
they can't
because
get-
like
they
Wish
put the-
Brand's Leatherface back to the van.
the van is blocking the door and they can't get out. And so they the way back into the diner they like barricade.
Yeah.
And then they left Mr. Pearl's dad in his wheelchair just sitting there.
They just left him there, and then meanwhile we see like in the bathroom we see Tyler try and call for help, but
Yeah.
he can't. Apparently, this bathroom is a vortex of no signal. 'Cause
Right,
he can't,
right.
Suddenly, he can't get signal.
Nobody can get any signal. And so
And the killer says, "I don't know if you're doing number 1 or number 2, sir. That's private. That's
That's-
private information."
this is my private time.
Occupado. Like the door is closed. And then Tyler hits him and runs away, and he goes into the kitchen.
They let him. They take away the barricade and put Tyler in the kitchen. Lisa Marie is hiding under a table near Mr. Pearl Sr.
Yes, Mr. Pearl Sr.
And
he's telling her, leave that girl alone, and...
Yeah, don't, and so they start messing with him, and so Maggie grabs his wheelchair, I guess.
Yes, but he's got a broom in his hand.
But he's not going down without a fight. So
oh,
he
absolutely
grabs
not. He's a veteran.
Yeah, he's a veteran, and he starts like swinging and everything, and giving Lisa Marie like the chance to escape, and he flat out kills Maggie.
He stomps her to death with that broom.
He's
so, like,
way to go, Mr. Pearl Sr.
And then the brother cleaves his head just straight in half.
In twain.
It is Twain. He is Mark Twain from now on.
In the meantime, Lisa Marie sees that and she screams.
Yeah.
And runs back to the back and gets in the back with everybody else.
Like, let me in. And every time they let someone in the kitchen, there's nobody there that was barricading it.
Yeah.
Because they just go through and shut the door again. Yeah. Like, okay.
So they're all trapped in the back now because they can't get out.
So later we see everyone in the kitchen, and Salad Lady says, I finally leave my house, and then this happens. We find out she's kind of a recluse. She doesn't really leave her house for much.
Right. She doesn't have anybody.
And meanwhile, Mrs. Perez is teaching Lisa Marie how to cut a tomato.
Yeah, but she's cutting it wrong. I didn't realize.
I said, this is giving Kendall Jenner cutting a cucumber.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of. She just
Let me just cut this.
Yeah.
It's very...
And in times of high stress, I tend to want to cut vegetables myself.
You know what? You got to learn sometime.
Yeah. I mean...
It's a weird time for cooking lesson, but okay, here we are.
But, you're there.
You might as well. Lisa Marie is crying, and she remembers when her grandpa died, and he reached out for her, and she ran away, and
She didn't hold his hand.
She feels bad for abandoning him, and
now
Mr. Pearl died saving me.
Yeah, now he died saving me, and I didn't try to save him either.
To be fair, neither did any of the rest of them.
Like, yeah, you're not the only... But this girl is a victim. She's entitled.
Everything's about her.
It's all about her. And so Kitchen Lady's like, shut up.
They could have called this Lisa Marie is a bitch. It just happens to be Thanksgiving.
And so Kitchen Lady's like, we need you, Lisa Marie. And she's like, no, you don't. I'm a nasty bitch. And
she's like, you're a fighter, not a bitch.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, she's a bitch.
No, she's a bitch.
She's a bitch.
And apparently she has no idea how to cut a tomato.
And she doesn't know how to cut tomatoes. So anyway, they try to leave. And
we see Wish Brand Leatherface tries to go out the back, and there's a booby trap.
Yeah, they try to go back into the diner, but Trip is in there now. He was back in the back with the van, but now he's inside. And they turn to go out the back door, but he had moved the van by that point. I guess they just realized it. And
have we mentioned that Trip is wearing a mask and the pilgrim hat and the whole...
we've mentioned that he's wearing a mask, but he's doing the whole pilgrim thing too.
He's dressed like a pilgrim. Where do you get a pilgrim costume? I don't know where he got this specific one, but it is what it is. Anyways, Leatherface grabs Eddie, and Tyler tries to cut down Mrs. Perez because Mrs. Perez is like stuck in like a
Kitchen Lady,
like a net.
When she went out the back door, they had set up an elaborate net booby trap, and they must
be really good at booby traps because like they have this like
there's more on that later too, and so so Eddie is trapped with Trip, and Lisa Marie gets away. But Kurt pops out of the van and tackles her, and he is choking. Out of her.
And then she just punches him.
Yeah, she gets away by punching him. And meanwhile, Eddie and Paulette, she's the lettuce lady. She tells everybody her name right before this happens, so we finally get a name for her. Yeah, Eddie and Paulette are trapped in the kitchen, and then Paulette rescues Eddie from being axed, and then is in turn axed herself.
Yes.
But she doesn't die immediately.
No.
Because Trip puts her in some machinery and decapitates her.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Like a meat slicer?
What is this? I don't know.
What is
that?
But,
that's a wrap on Lettuce Lady.
Yeah.
So now Eddie's alone with the masked Trip.
So we see Tyler try and cut down Mrs. Perez again, and Eddie says, we gotta go. And he's like, I'll come back for you, bye.
Yeah, Eddie runs out. He's like, we gotta go. And
Tyler drops his little knife that he had, but then he stops and picks it up, and we never see it again.
That
would have came in handy later on, and he never talks about it again. It's like a pocket knife or something.
So he just leaves her dangling in this net.
Like, so we're supposed to believe she's just stuck there the whole time?
She's just stuck there the whole time.
They all bring him back to the house, right?
Right. She's one of the ones they bring back to the house later. But
All right.
so anyway, he says he'll bring back help, and then he picks up Lisa Marie's keys for her car that she dropped.
And I said, because why not? She's not using her car.
She's not going to use her car.
She keeps taking off without her fucking car.
So they take off in her car, and they leave Kurt in the parking lot, who takes someone else's car. Was that his car?
I don't know.
He just takes a car. So,
I'm assuming it was because he didn't drive in the van with them.
yeah, he showed up first before the van showed up. So I guess it was his car.
They could have saved gas if they just carpooled.
Nah. Well, the van stays there.
But anyway, he goes to chase everybody down, and meanwhile, Wishbrand Leatherface takes Lettuce Head and throws her into the van.
He throws her head in the bushes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He comes out of the restaurant and throws her head in the bushes.
He's like,
And so
we see Lisa Marie running through town.
She's still running. She could have had her car, but she didn't. And she's running through town. And the mother and daughter
See her.
that she almost hit in the car at the beginning of the movie.
And I'm like, this is where if you would not have been a bitch, then they might have helped you.
They might have helped you, because the daughter was like, that girl looks like she's in trouble. And mom is like, that's Lisa Marie. And daughter's like, gross. And then they laugh.
They laugh and
then
drive
they
away.
Drive past her while she tries to flag them down. They just take
Yep.
off.
And in the
So-
car, Eddie and Tyler are still trying to get a signal.
This town must not have cell service
it had-
anywhere.
But it had to have had service earlier in the day.
Well, not now. It's Thanksgiving. Everybody went home. The cell towers went to go spend time with their families. They're
All right.
they're little towers.
So anyway, Lisa Marie runs into the movie theater and she's yelling for Buddy.
Yeah.
And he seems almost like he can't hear her at first because
Yeah.
he's just like wandering around.
He's up in the projection booth.
Yeah.
And
But-
he's promptly like taken down by Trip.
Yes, because then he looks in like the little whatever where the movie plays, and because he can see her now because she's like, "Ah!"
She's in front of the screen.
And then Wishbrand Leatherface is behind it and kills him.
Yeah.
And then there's blood running all down the screen.
There's blood and everything, yeah.
So she hides.
So yeah, meanwhile, while she's hiding, Kurt and Eddie.
I said, meanwhile, in the Kia.
Yeah, meanwhile in the Kia, Eddie and Tyler are driving. Kurt's on their ass in his car, I guess.
Yeah.
And Eddie is upset about Tyler not being really psychic.
It's like, I guess you're not fucking psychic after all.
I guess you're not psychic after all. And so we cut back to Lisa Marie hiding under the seats, but like Trip immediately finds
And
her.
I said, oh my God, I can't imagine what's on that floor.
Oh,
Gross.
gross. This theater floor. She must be desperate. And so on the road again, we cut back to on the road. Kurt pulls up next to Eddie and Tyler and throws like sleeping gas in their car.
I guess, but it only affects the driver.
Right.
It's only
And
driver sleeping gas.
Why did they roll down their window?
And
He's
I don't
all,
know.
"Whoop."
They're like side to side, yelling at each other, talking to each other. And and then the car comes to a slow stop.
Only Tyler, who is driving,
He gets sleepy.
he gets sleepy and passes out, but still safely brings
It's a
the car to
very
a stop.
specific type of like
I
sleeping
guess.
gas. It's only if you are a black driver of a Kia.
Yeah. But, well, unless the car stops, then the gay little cashier also goes to sleep.
Yeah, well, you want to be at a full stop first.
At a
You can't
full stop.
both be
You
asleep.
can't
That's
both
just
be asleep.
crazy.
Yeah, Kurt pops into the window just as Eddie passes out and tells him, I'm taking you to your real home, or your new home now.
Yeah.
And so they wake up at Evil Family's house. Eddie, kitchen lady, I think her name was Mrs. Perez.
Yes.
I'll refer to her as Mrs. Perez just now. And Lisa Marie are there, and they ask where Tyler is. And they say he tried to escape but trips on it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a special Thanksgiving together now. And now is the time to tell their families that they're thankful for them and they mean a lot to them and blah,
And
blah,
Lisa
blah.
Marie's like, wait, this is because we weren't celebrating Thanksgiving?
Like I was forced to work. But
They were all forced to work. You think that they all wanted to be
they
there on
did not
Thanksgiving?
want to be there. They would have rather been home celebrating. They all had plans with their family.
And it is kind of sad because they hand Mrs. Perez the phone, and she says she doesn't have anyone to call, and that's just sad. And then she ends up calling her son and like begging him to answer the phone.
Yeah, she's
That,
like
made
leaving
me-
a message, and she's like, I just want to hear your. They do tell her. They tell everybody, if you tell your family that you're in trouble, we'll shoot you in the heart. They've got a gun on them. And so she calls her son, and
She's
then
crying, like,
she's
"Please
crying,
answer,
and
please
she's like,
answer."
I just want to hear your voice one last time. And then they take the phone away and smash it, and was like, that was really close to telling them you were in trouble.
Yeah.
And so then they hand it over to
Lisa Marie.
Lisa Marie.
And so cut to the parents watching Ranger Ghoulies Thanksgiving Extravaganza.
Yeah, watching horror movies.
I feel like they put more work into the TV show that's on the TV than they did the movie that they're actually making.
Yeah.
And
So she calls and Mom picks up and Lisa Marie tells him that she loves him. And Mom is like, "Where are you?" And then Kurt takes the phone away
the
and
phone
smashes
gets-
it.
She's like, she hung up on me.
She's like, "She hung up on me." So
Which again is believable because your daughter is a bitch.
Your daughter
like, again,
is a
if you
bitch.
were nice, then the mom would be like, that's not like her.
that's not like her. But anyway.
But it is.
So they give a phone to Eddie, who calls his dad and just sobs on the phone.
Yeah.
So then they take away his phone and
They
smash
smash his
it.
phone and then he goes
Then he gets up and tries to hop away because they're tied
Yeah,
up.
but
He runs
there's-
right into a booby trap that's like
it's like a scythe.
it's like a side, like a sling blade, and it stabs him in the heart.
This is my sling blade.
He likes
you guys.
those French
French
fried
fry
taters.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So Cordelia wheels Lisa Marie into the kitchen
Yeah. Like, 'cause she's going to help cook.
to help with dinner. Yeah, prep, and it looks like there's a bunch of bodies piled up under a bloody sheet. So she opens the fridge where there's body parts and like labeled Tupperware.
Yes. And she pulls out a wine glass full of blood.
Yeah,
But she keeps calling it gravy.
good gravy.
It's not gravy. And we see Tyler in a room full of candles.
Yeah,
And Leatherface is behind him, and he's gonna chop him, but he misses, and then Tyler
Yeah.
gets away.
and then Tyler,
But he trips on the booby trap,
He trips on another booby trap.
and he gets stabbed in the thighs real bad.
Yeah, he gets stabbed through like the knees or the thighs or
like
something
stakes.
from some spikes that come out of the ceiling. And
Yeah.
they pin his legs to the ground.
Yep, he's just laying there, stuck to the
he's
carpet,
just laying
like
there.
gum.
And so
Kurt tells his sister, like, let's put the gun up, but then puts it in a drawer right in front of Lisa Marie.
yeah, he says they're not going to use the gun this year because last year it was much too power, and this group is a feisty bunch. So he leaves the gun in the drawer.
Wouldn't you want more power if it was a
If it was
bunch?
like you need to stop them in their tracks, but I'm not one to give advice to murderers.
I've never done a Thanksgiving murder, so I'm
Yeah.
just going to take their lead on this one.
Yeah. And then he kisses his sister and leaves, and Lisa Marie asks Cordelia if
She
they're
straight up
boning.
asks, like, y'all fucking?
Yeah. And Cordelia's like, gross, but he is yummy, isn't he? Well, I don't know.
don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
So she pulls the tarp off of the body that's on the countertop,
And it's Buddy.
it's Buddy.
He's not dead.
And she
But now he
starts
is.
cutting him in pieces.
Because she starts to dismember Buddy in
Yep.
front of
Yep.
Lisa.
Yeah.
And
And I said, I need to know what kind of electronic knife she's using because mine sucks.
mine does not hardly get
Mine
through
won't
the meat.
cut through the turkey, let alone an
Let alone
entire
the
human
bone.
body.
So at any rate, we cut now to Lisa Marie and Mrs. Perez are set up at the dinner table.
Yeah.
And
And they're saying, like, we're not going to eat our friends. That's
Yeah.
not going to happen.
yeah, they're saying we can't eat our friend. And Kurt is like, oh, you'll eat them, or you get to choose between the closet or the gravy pit. And what is the gravy pit, Tara? Because I could not figure that out.
I think the gravy pit, in my humble opinion, I think it's like some kind of vat of acid, but then it doesn't really make sense because, like, if they're going to eat out of it, then all of their teeth would be rotting away.
Right.
But it's
maybe
something
it was
that
just-
melts skin off.
Maybe it was just heated because there's like steam and everything coming off of it.
I don't know.
And it seemed like it was like coagulated blood and guts. I don't know what it was, but they keep referring to this gravy pit.
And then they start talking about like the sister blood sandwich. She starts talking about like the evil. It's not evil if you do it for your old relatives, and her people came back from her people were on the Mayflower.
Yeah.
And she helped make the first Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
and they have this portrait of like an old lady behind them.
Yeah. My favorite line from the whole movie was during this scene because Lisa Marie says, "This is excessive. Why don't you have a normal Thanksgiving?" And I was like, excessive?
This is excessive.
This is excessive, yes.
And she
But
killed
yeah.
the indigenous people and served them to other people, and now it's a tradition, so that's why they do it.
Yeah, it was their ancestor Abigail Brimstone.
Yeah, I didn't know
She came over on the Mayflower and coordinated the very first Thanksgiving. And then she tells like an alternate version of the first Thanksgiving of how the Indians showed up uninvited with a couple of deer, and it wasn't
that wasn't enough to
enough.
feed everybody.
So she killed and cooked the Indians, and then Lisa Marie like interjects and is like, "They're Native Americans, not Indians."
And I said, you're both wrong. We don't say either of those terms anymore.
Right,
They're indigenous people.
right. But
And then we
no-
see like this montage of people dying.
Yeah, and she keeps talking about how they've kept up to the tradition year after year, and it's been going on for 400 years. And every year they sometimes lose a family member, but every year the family always ends up winning again. And while they're telling their story, Lisa Marie like slips out of her ropes, cuts her ropes.
Yeah.
But they catch her.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? And they throw her and a knife into the closet from the first of the movie.
It seems like if you're trying to like kill someone, maybe don't put them in the closet with a weapon.
With a weapon. But they throw them with whoever they had trapped in there that we
They
don't
think
know.
that person is going to kill her.
And they said to whoever was in there, if you kill her, we'll let you out.
And I guess it's like a guy from last year, maybe, because she said it's the
Maybe.
1 year anniversary. So
Yeah, it's the 1 year anniversary
it's
that you've
some
been here.
black guy that's been there for a year, I
year,
guess,
I'm
and he
assuming.
grabs the knife and goes at her, but then they hug, and she tells them we'll both make it out of here.
Yeah, we're both going to make it out.
She
And
is a
so-
liar.
She's a liar. Mrs. Perez asks to ask the evil family, what did you do with them? And they were like, we don't hear Lisa Marie, so she's probably dead.
Yeah.
And so Tyler is still pinned down in the hallway.
Yeah.
And he's about to make a baby for the family
Because they said they need new blood.
because they need new blood. And so I'm not understanding how he's going to make a baby for the family. And Cordelia is like, I hope it's a girl. So we cut to Tyler then, who's pinned by the spikes in the hallway.
And we see the old pilgrim lady.
And the old lady comes out, which we're, I guess,
she's down to
assuming-
fuck.
Yeah, she's like a 400-year-old pilgrim.
She's got
But they never-
original ovaries. Those ovaries are still good.
Right. She's doing well. And so she undresses, and then we cut away. But as we see his face as he's
So
looking
we're
on in
to
horror.
believe this ancient 400-year-old pilgrim
Is going to have a baby with this poor man.
takes advantage of this young man
This young man
who's pinned to the floor.
to the floor. Like, I don't think his equipment is going to work in this
we were talking
circumstance.
about that before we were recording, like, because, nothing says boner like being tied to the floor with
Spikes.
spikes while an 400-year-old pilgrim crawls on top of you. It's not fun. Sexual assault is not funny, but in this case,
but in this case,
it's not believable.
it's not believable. So we cut to Trip in his mask looking out the window as a storm is rolling in.
Yeah.
And he leaves the room to see Tyler on the ground, and the old lady disappears back into her room. So
And
we
he
didn't,
removes the
we
sticks from his
didn't see
legs.
the act.
We didn't, thank God.
Thank goodness. But Trip pulls the spikes out of Tyler's knees or whatever, and at the table, Mrs. Perez is sobbing as she's eating Buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. She
And-
gave in. She's
yeah,
just going to do it.
She gave in. And the evil siblings are like, it's not so bad, huh? You know?
And they bring Tyler in and they want to put him in the vat of whatever.
The gravy pit.
But he rips off Leatherface's mask and we see his real face for just a
For a
split
split second, and it's got like a scar.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
He's
not
a little, he's
it's not grotesque, but to
He's-
me. But whatever.
It's,
So, but that's
Everyone-
the only look you get a split second, and that's it.
And then he puts it
So,
back on.
Then he puts it back on.
Then we see Lisa Marie's closet friend kill Kent.
Kurt.
Kurt.
Yeah. Lisa Marie's
Whatever his
little
name is.
closet friend comes
His
popping
closet
out,
friend.
kills
And then they
Kurt,
throw him into the vat.
and they throw. Yeah, he throws Kurt into the vat.
Yeah.
Kurt goes in the gravy pit.
Then-
this got really convoluted.
Then
so-
Leatherface kills Tyler. We think he kills Tyler. And then Lisa Marie stabs Blood Sandwich Sister.
He doesn't kill Tyler. He kills the kid from the closet. He reaches down his throat.
Because you know what? Racial profiling. That's going to be on me because there are two black dudes in the movie.
But the thing
and it
is,
happens so fast.
It happens really fast. 'cause
You just see a bunch of elbows.
I had to go back and look because I was like, wait a second, did he just get Tyler? But it wasn't Tyler. It was the kid from the
It
closet.
was the other kid, and I don't know that other kid. I only saw him for like a split second.
Yeah, and well, you only see like the back of his head too.
Yes.
So all I saw was dark hair and him reach down a throat.
So
but
he's dead.
So the closet kid's dead. Who was he? I don't know. How
We
long
don't
had he
know.
been there? I don't know.
Sucks that he was
But-
stuck in that closet for a year.
Yeah. So so
then we see Lisa Marie kick Blood Sandwich and punch her.
yeah, they're
She's
having a
mad.
fight.
She's fighting her.
Yeah.
And grabs the electric knife, and Blood Sister says, "You're no better than the goddamn Indians." And this is where Lisa Marie says, "They're called Native Americans."
Yeah, that's right.
But they're not. They're called indigenous people, and
But-
they were here before us.
yes.
So meanwhile, we see Kent crawl out of the vat
Yeah,
of
Kurt.
gravy acid.
Yeah, Tyler's stuck on the ground because he's disabled with the spike knees.
Yeah, he's
and
got
so-
spike legs.
He's
He's
got
got a
spike-
bad case of the spike legs.
Yeah, and Kurt crawls out of the gravy pit and he's all melted.
He's melted. It looked
And-
like melted bubble gum.
Melted
'Cause, like,
bubble gum on a
It was just
skull.
like a skull with like pink on it, like a
Yeah,
light pink.
it
There was
wasn't-
there's no blood.
Not great effects.
There's no blood. There's no muscle tissue. There's
Yeah.
no nothing. It's just like a skeleton.
Right, and Mrs. Perez had freed herself at this point and saves him by axing. I called him Marshmallow Kurt because he was just kind
He
of
does.
gooey.
It looks like marshmallow. That's
Yeah.
That's a good observation.
But Trip has run off and was getting the old pilgrim lady out of the back room.
Yeah.
So he makes a run for it, and Lisa Marie goes to get the gun that Kurt had left in the drawer earlier.
Yeah.
And she runs after them and shooting Trip, I guess, in the leg, and he
Yeah.
falls and drops the old lady who starts like coughing up blood.
Yeah.
And Trip gets up.
And then she runs to hide behind a tree, but
Yeah, well, the gun jams because it always does, and she goes and runs.
behind the tree,
Behind a
but
tree
she's
that's
not
like-
really hiding.
She's like 10 feet away from him.
Yeah, and he's like, "Whoop, there you are."
And he's like, "Whoop, there you are."
and he lifts her up. But hey, it's Eddie.
It's Eddie. He's not dead, even
And
though
he
we
stabs him with a pitchfork, even though we saw him be scythed
saw him scythe through the chest, but
through
he's
the
not
chest.
dead.
It's
He's-
okay because best gay for the win. We
Yeah.
love a best friend gay, and he is down to help.
Yeah, he stabs Trip with a pitchfork. Here's another thing too. He's not even bloody. Like there's no holes
No,
in his
he's
shirt.
already healed.
There's not. He's healed.
It's the power of being gay. It
and
just
so,
heals him.
Yeah. Lisa Marie's like, "You're alive," and Eddie's like, "Barely."
Barely.
We saw him impaled.
It's like very like gay shade. He's like barely, I'm
barely.
alive, but here
and
I am.
so they
Like,
they go back to the old lady and are like, "What do we do with her?"
and they
so they-
shove her.
Put her in an oven.
They shove her in the oven, very Hansel and Gretel style.
Yeah, and kitchen lady Mrs. Perez is like, "I called 911.
called 911,
They'll be here in a
and-
minute." And Tyler and
He's
Eddie
like,
are
"I
like,
need an ambulance," and he said, "Me too," or "So do I," or
or
whatever.
so do I. And Lisa Marie is like, "You definitely do." And then they all chuckle.
They chuckle
as
and
the
stare
camera
at the.
as the camera pans closer to the oven.
Okay.
And you hear wheezing, and then it's over.
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I thought they put her into dishwasher, and I was like, "Wait a minute," because like I was typing, and I'm like, "Wait a minute," and I had to rewind it, and I was like, "No, it's the oven." That makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, that makes a little bit
I was
more
like,
sense.
"Did they put her in the dishwasher?"
Yeah. Now this movie did not have a whole lot of trivia to find about
The
it.
trivia is, don't watch this fucking movie.
Don't watch this. I did find a couple of interesting little facts.
Okay.
Paulette, the salad lady customer,
Yes.
she was actually played by an old Scream Queen. And she had parts in Return of the Living Dead, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Night of the Demons, and Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. I couldn't tell you who or how big her parts were, but she was the only one that I could find any sort of like
That's like, was it Thanksgiving that had like the
the
bare-breasted-
the porn
the porn
actress
pilgrim. Yes.
Yeah. That's like they got one little
That's what they spent their 10 grand on.
actress. So yeah. The rest of the cast and crew were mainly underground students at the University of Miami and like other Miami locals and stuff.
Underground or undergrad?
Or did I say underground? Undergrad.
They were mole people,
were
children.
mole
They were under the college.
Undergrad. Well, I think I put underground in my notes. So I was typing fast too.
Oh my god. Okay,
Anyway.
so anyways.
Also, the film was shot a few years before its release, but didn't come out for a while. And it made its debut during the pandemic at the Pasadena Horror Film Fest, American Horror Film Fest, and the Salem Horror Fest. And that was its big release.
And they said, no thank you. We don't
And
need
everybody
more, we don't need
was
any more of
like,
that.
"We're gonna put that on Tubi." So
Like, I know the place for this movie.
I have a great place for this movie. So there you go. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, you guys.
Everybody gobble that turkey and unbutton your pants. And
Don't
watch
tell
this.
them that. Don't tell them to unbutton their pants. Put on sweatpants. Courtney is not advocating for you to drop your pants.
I didn't say take them off. Just unbutton them. Let's see what you got.
All right.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Love you. Bye.
Bye.